Okay, joined by manager Luke Garrard before we welcome Eastleigh at home on non-league day. Luke, we'll just quickly touch on Dave Stevens. Obviously, he's joined a loan for the rest of the season at Dulwich Hamlet. How did that come about, and what are you looking for him to get out of that move?
Dave needs games, and at the minute we're in a position where the three lads have done fantastic in terms of David, Chris and Jamal, and you've got Will Evans that played a huge part prior to them three going in terms of our defensive record since the turn of the year. So Dave Stevens has been back now fit, training with us, and it's about getting game time for Dave. And hopefully, fingers crossed, he goes and gets that. They got 8 games in a different battle in terms of relegation battle at Dulwich, and he'll be in good hands with Hakan and Terry, and the whole sole aim is for him to go and get 890s under his belt and come back fit and firing in terms of ready for the back end of our season, and also gearing up for pre-season as he's on a deal with us, and when he played for us this season he was colossal. So yeah, it's, I think, astute, clever business on our part to go and get him game time. As is George Williams is out of the building, we have a luxury of calling George back at any stage, and fingers crossed Dave goes and gets his minutes under his belt and he can come back fit and firing for a potential playoff push.
Yeah, I just wonder, how have preparations been this week? Obviously it wasn't a disappointing result on Saturday. Have you felt a bit of reaction in the camp this week?
Consistent as it was. We were fantastic in terms of after our wins against Scunthorpe, Oldham, we come in the building. Level-headed is what the boys use. There was a level-headedness when we come in the building on Monday. We've had 3 good days in terms of prep days. Monday was a second day recovery for the lads that played, and the ones that haven't done a little bit extra, but set the seed on Tuesday, double down on that on Thursday with regards to a message in how we want to set up, and today was a little bit more about shape and organisation and set plays, and a brighter, breezy session in terms of short and sharp with a little bit of a game at the end. So prep's there, we're ready, looking forward to facing Eastleigh, and fingers crossed we can give ourselves a good account for.
Yeah, well, it's 7th versus 6th tomorrow in Eastleigh. For you, do you take much notice of the occasion, or for you is it just another game?
Probably would have done 5-6 years ago, would have got engulfed in the magnitude of the game. For me now, like I said, it's about being level-headed, it's about being consistent. It's a big game, we know that. We're playing 7v6 with 9 games to go. Like I said, it's all about performances now and getting results, and that's exactly what we've put ourselves in a good position to do so. Tomorrow at 3 p.m, hopefully the boys implement what we're asking of them, and we goes to plan, and we finish the afternoon with 3 points. That's all I'll be asking the boys of. I won't be dressing it up any more than what it needs to be. It's another game in the National League against tough opposition in Eastleigh.
Yeah, we've already played Eastleigh twice this season, once at home in the FA Cup and then later at their place in the season. What do you remember from those games, and what are you expecting from them tomorrow?
Sharp start on our end in the FA Cup. 2 quick goals. I think we was 2-0 up after 14 minutes. They pick us back with another goal and we score a late goal, I think through Brunty. But yeah, tough opposition. We go down to their place. Obviously a decision that we felt was harsh in terms of the sending off, and they go and get a penalty for that. But again, another tight affair. They're an excellent side. He's done a fantastic job. He's got Brian Stock in there that knows the level through his days at Weymouth, and they've recruited excellently. Really, really well. I know obviously Mitchell is away on international duty. Carter comes off potentially with an injury, but they got personnel in Vincent Harper that hasn't played for them in recent weeks. He's going to play in a game against Wales on Tuesday evening against Altrincham. So they've got good strength, they've got good depth. They play a certain way. Really impressed with them in terms of their last 3 games. I speak about Solihull and how fluid they are in terms of in-game shape. Eastleigh have put themselves in 3 different shapes across the 3 games, whether that's a back 4 with a 4-4-2, a 4-2-3-1 or a 3-4-3 at Notts County. Watching that game, I thought they were excellent, and unfortunate to lose it. But yeah, they come here in good form. 2 sides that are in great form. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it plays up to that expectation.
Yeah, I've already mentioned that it's non-league day tomorrow. Some great offers for our supporters. What have you got a message for them tomorrow? How important will their support be?
Oh, it's massive. I speak about it on a lot of my interviews. Obviously, I was gutted that we didn't give them anything to shout about at Solihull, but I think the boys have been a credit to this town, to this football club, and to the community in the last 15 games. We're going to need them as much as anyone. You know the influence they have at away grounds, and more so we knew that when we played Eastleigh however many months ago when they got the sending off. They all went up roared and the referee obviously gives them a decision. I think it's massive in us continuing what we're doing. I'd love for them to come out and take us up on the offer in terms of the 2-for-1 with the Eastleigh and Torquay game. We need them. We need them. And this is not a cry for help, but I think it's massive when the boys walk out there and the North Bank's packed and we're all cheering, and the aim is to go and get 3 points together tomorrow.